What's up, guys, and welcome back to GeekSourceHD. My name's Anthony, and we're back with a new video for you guys. Here we have a computer build that I've been promising you guys forever. I know it's been a while, but here we have that first computer build. All right, guys, so I know what you guys are gonna say. You're gonna say, these parts are old, why are you using them? But back in 2017, the GPU prices were outrageous. The CPUs, the new ones were coming out and things like that. So I know what you guys are gonna say down in the comments. These parts are old, but some of them are really, really good still. So let's get into it. Roll that intro. All right, guys, so as I've mentioned, welcome back. We are here with our first computer build that I've been planning forever, that I've been promising you guys forever. So let me just take a few steps back and actually give you a brief explanation as to why we bought these parts and things like that. So back in 2017, my boss gave me her Dell Inspiron 530, the Fat Edition, where she wanted me to look at it and see if I could salvage any parts, upgrade it, etc. And I explained to her that it really wasn't feasible at that moment to upgrade that computer. Why not just build a new computer and then take a few parts that we can take out of there. If you want to see that video, I'll link it up above. Just click on the card. But yeah, so she gave me 350 bucks. She wanted me to upgrade her computer, and I told her, I'll pick out some parts for you and we'll build a new one for you. So her goal for her new computer was internet browsing, word processing, and she wanted the kids to game, but on previous generation. So meaning, like, it should be able to perform really, really well playing like Xbox 360 games and things like that, but the PC versions, of course. So I bought these parts and selected these parts for her. Let's go through each one of them. All right, guys, so the first item that we're gonna show you guys is the Gigabyte 970A DS3P FX motherboard. That's a mouthful. But this is the motherboard we went with. It's the last motherboard that was pretty much produced for the FX platform for the AMD CPUs. But yeah, so what's inside is we have the motherboard wrapped in static protecting plastic, and we have 2 SATA cables. So that's really, really nice. This motherboard went for $69.99, so about 70 bucks for the motherboard. Let's move on to the next item. Next, we have the Thermaltake power supply, Smart Series 80 Plus Bronze. It's a really, really nice power supply. Actually, this one goes for about 65 bucks. It's 650 watts, so it should hold down the components that we're gonna be putting into this PC. So on to the next item. All right, guys, so on to the next item, we have the brains of the operation, which is the CPU. The CPU is a FX 6300 6-core 3.5 gigahertz CPU from AMD. Really, really good. And we paid about, let me see here, 55 bucks off of eBay for this processor, which is a steal. It's really, really good. It will be more than enough to handle last gen games and word processing, web browsing, streaming video off the internet, and all those other things. So yeah, really good CPU, 55 bucks. On to the next component. Next, we have 8 gigabytes of RAM. This is the Fury HyperX DDR3 8 gigabyte memory kit. Really, really nice. Also got this off of eBay for $49.85. A steal for 8 gigabytes of memory. And it's, as I mentioned, it's rated at 1600 speed. Really, really nice. On to the next component, guys. All right, next we have the CPU cooler. Here you have the Deepcool Ice Blade 200M CPU fan with heatsink. Really, really nice. Will get the job done. Won't do any crazy overclocking and things like that, but it is more than enough to handle the FX 6300. We paid about, Let's see here. I believe, oh, that's right. This was the cheapest out of all of them. This is 13 bucks off of Amazon. Really, really cheap, really, really nice. Gets the job done. On to the next component, guys. All right, guys, so next up we have the Silicon Power SSD, 240 gigabytes. Has a 450 write speed and up to 550 read speed. This cost us $67.99. This is going to be the boot drive. We're going to be putting Windows 10 on this baby. All right, so on to the next component, guys. All right, so to go along with the boot drive, the Silicon Power that we're using, we also have two mechanical drives, and one of them came from the old PC, that Dell Inspiron 530 Fat Edition, and it was at 500 gigabytes, and we're also adding a 320 gigabyte hard drive to the mix. So yes, that will be a great option, and she can always upgrade these in the future, and you know, she could just give me a call for that, and I'll hook her up with that. And yeah, so two hard drives. These cost us nothing. These were laying around the house. One came from her PC, one was laying around my house. She can have it. On to the next component. All right, guys, and lastly, we have the GPU. This is the GPU. She didn't pay anything for this. Actually, this came out of my old gaming machine. I upgraded to the Gigabyte, the GTX 1060 6 gigabyte, and she's gonna be using a HD 7850 1 gigabyte graphics card. HIS is the brand. Really, really nice. It'll get the job done as far as last generation gaming, and it'll even handle some of the games that's out now, like Rocket League or Overwatch and things like that. But it's not gonna be handling any AAA titles, no GTA and things like that. So this one didn't cost her anything. I believe this one runs for, actually this thing is still pretty expensive, 130 bucks I saw it for. So really, really nice. And any of these items that you guys would like to buy or purchase, I will have a link down in the description below. But yeah, so that does it for the parts. Let's get into the build. How did I almost forget this, guys? The dang on case. We're building in the DIY PC Vision 2 Blue. It also comes in teal. If you guys would like an unboxing of this case, you can use the tag above. Bing, bing. That's my unboxing of this case. So let's get into the build. Oh my God, guys. Oh, this case was a piece of work. Whoo! All right, so I built the whole thing, put it together, hit the power button, did not post. See, now this is why they tell you don't put the whole thing together, test it out on that motherboard box and see if you'll get post, and then put it into the case. I skipped that step thinking I was flying stuff, didn't work out. Comes to find out, the CPU power cable was put in backwards. Now, these things are cut out a certain way, so I don't know why it would allow me to actually put it in backwards, but it did. So that was the reason it did not post. As you can see, it's powered on, it's ready to go. All right, so I did find out some downsides to this case. First off, the location where you put in the hard drives, it gives you very little space to screw in the side of the hard drive into the bay. I don't know why it was designed like that, but a lot of people have problems with airflow. The airflow seems fine to me right now. I'll look at temps when we get into benchmarks. But second thing that was wrong with this case is that there was very little space behind the motherboard for any type of cable management. Now it had cutouts and things where you can loop in zip ties and things like that, but it did not have the ample space to run those wires behind the motherboard. All right, so that's another downside to this case. Starting to figure out why this case was $34.99 after the rebate. If you're going to go with this case, you have to make sure that you have a modular power supply, because I don't have a modular power supply and all those extra cables just clutters everything up and it just causes a big headache. So make sure you get a fully modular power supply. It will help you a great deal. The end result is it's a beautiful, beautiful case, has beautiful tempered glass, but just make sure you pick out the right components for this PC, because it will not always work out for you in the way you think it will work out. This was part 2 of the Dell Inspiron 530 upgrade build for my boss. So next video is gonna be us running through some benchmarks, installing Windows, and playing some games and testing it out in the real world to see if it actually can hold up. All right, so if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. We would love for you to join the GeekSource family. I thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.